a fuck what anybody else thinks about it. Let's do this. How's it going, G freaks and sci-fi fanatics? This is Daniel, the Sci-Fi Sentry, always coming at you raw and real. And finally, I'm able to get to this opinion and discussion video, and it's gonna be for one of my favorite movies Toho's ever made, and it's for The War of the Gargantuas, 1970, starring Russ Tamblyn, Kenji Sahara, Kumi Mizuno, Yu Sadaka, Yu Sadaka. Yeah, sorry about that. And of course, Haruo Nakajima. And I think this was the only time that Yu Sakeda, sorry, yeah, Yu Sakeda had actually worked in a Toho film, but I could be wrong. But I mean, I'm just excited to finally get to this. And like I said, it's not a review. I mean, majority of people who watch my channel, and I have a lot of friends who probably already have this, and I know some friends already have this film. So like, I'm just gonna talk about the things I liked, the things I didn't like, and like just getting straight at it. I mean, of course it was made in 1970, and just starting off with, for its time, War Gargantua's got a lot of praise, even from Brad Pitt. These people praised the film and said that it was an inspiration to them. And I think Guillermo did say that a part of the opening for Pacific Rim, the first one, you know, he used kind of that vibe as what happened with Gyra and the giant octopus in the beginning of the film. And yeah, I mean, just talking about the film, I mean, Gyra or Gyla, I've seen them both. I saw the American version, I saw the Japanese version, and I liked them both. The Japanese version, a little darker as far as, I guess, camera setting, but it's overall a little bit darker, and they do reference Frankenstein a lot more in that film. And I mean, in the American version, Frankenstein was mentioned maybe like vaguely, but I mean, it is a continuation. It is a continuation or somewhat of a sequel to Frankenstein Conquers the World, which I had already done an actual review on that film. But I mean, overall, I mean, the film was fantastic. It was, like I said, for its time, it was great. And the suits, the design for the Gargantuas, for Sanda and Gyra or slash Gyla, because I mean, they reference Gyla a lot in the Japanese version. So I mean, like, I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, the battles, the special effects, the practical effects. I mean, it was 1970, so you know, it was a little bit more advanced, and the explosions, the way they used electricity to really try to affect and really put the beat down on Gyra, you know, when he was already on his way out, and then Sanda comes and saves his ass. It's a fantastic film. I mean, and of course they had to add, I think, just in my opinion, you know, Toho at that time was adding, you know, usually a one or two American, well-known American actors. Russ Tamblyn was just a phenomenal addition to the film. You know, Kumi Mizuno. I mean, you know, a lot of, and then a lot of the other people, a lot of the other mainstays, a lot of the, usually Kenji Sahara is always a mainstay in usually any Toho film, and a lot of others, of course. Jun, also Jun. I don't want to butcher his last name, but you know, Jun. He usually plays a general, the military general, and I mean, everything about this film is great, man. Adding the female touch with Kumi Mizuno, and you know, with Sanda. And I mean, Gyro was awesome. I mean, Haruo Nakajima, you know, was flawless and so entertaining in this film. And Sanda didn't get a lot of praise from what I see from other people, but it was also really good to add both of them. The fighting in Tokyo Bay, and then going to Tokyo Harbor. Gyra being so-called carnivorous, evil Gargantua, Sanda being the more gentle, laid-back, more raised with human beings, in a sense. So I mean, it was the perfect mashup, and just the actors themselves, just having more mobility and not having to be so stiff and carry so much weight when they work with heavier suits, Baragon, Godzilla, the Ultraman series. So yeah, I mean, them and just adding the extra agility and how agile Haruo Nakajima-san was. I mean, was just fucking insane. Like, it was insane. It was fun. It has its wacky moments, but for its time and when it came out, especially with its American release, just like I said earlier, just the praise it got from other actors, directors, American directors, was to me it was well deserved. And I mean, I just love the film. And of course, it comes with Rodan because it's a Toho Master Collection dual DVD set. So I'm gonna get to Rodan down the line, but first I'm just starting off with, you know, not lesser known films, but the films that are not pertaining directly to Godzilla. So I just wanted to do it that way because, like I said, I'm gonna do everything my way. I'm gonna do it how I like it. And I'm not gonna have to do a review for every single film because the majority of my homies and people that I know and talk to already have these films and seen these films. So this is just my opinion, my take, and just how I like to improvise on the movies that I enjoy the most. And yeah, War of the Gargantuas is way up there. I mean, it's up there and probably my top 10, definitely my top 10 films of Toho. And I mean, I can't say anything more about it. It's a great film, but it has its ups and downs. It has its like every other film, But I mean, just the fact that they could have done the makeup a little bit better, but just the way that mobility for both Gargantuas, for Yo and for Haruo, was wow, man. Like, I mean, imagine if they. I mean, it does, and plus they're more humanoid, so it was easy for the audience, especially maybe American to Japanese audience, were able to take in the just the fact that they were more humanoid and they were more agile, they were quicker, they react like human beings. So yeah, I mean, that's just my opinion though. But I'm just throwing it out there. I have to, because I mean it's just a great film. And besides that, like I said, I just wanted to get to this film finally and do my opinion and discussion. And I mean, yeah, I mean, I can keep talking forever. I mean, it can be an hour-long video about this film. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. And there you go, G Freaks and Sci-Fi Fanatics. I hope you guys enjoyed this small little opinion and discussion video. And I got more on the way, especially for Halloween. I don't want to say much. I don't want to, give too many, spoilers out there for which movies I'm gonna do. But yeah, but I really enjoyed this film as a whole. And I mean, I have nothing but mostly good things to say about War of the Gargantuas. So there you have it, G Freaks, the Sci-Fi Fanatics. This is Daniel, the Sci-Fi Sentry, always coming at you raw, always coming at you real. So I'm out.